there. I have to say that I have huge admiration for people like Sabrina who undertake projects like this. And, you know, you've got to accept that what she's running is a business there, but, you know, a very difficult business in difficult circumstances. And I would just like to ask for your reflections then in terms of the kind of qualities you think I think are needed from a business leader to successfully run a business like this.
I would say the quality would be you are willing to sacrifice. Sabrina is from a rich family, I would say. She has a work. And from what, do you know how he has the experience of having these three friends from her pets passed away? And that's why he thinks of having this pets farm. And she sacrificed all her time, all her work to be here and to be there. And that place, for your information, is very, you have to go through those muddy roads and get into that place. And once it gets raining, you can't get out. And then they are just, Sabrina sometimes, she only limits herself, spending 10 ringgit a day. And she's willing to sacrifice. And one thing that I like about Sabrina is, she understands that she treats the dogs like a human. She tries to divide them according to their personality and their behavior. This is what impressed me about Sabrina. Any addition from you all?
I would like to add that I think Sabrina is a person who likes dogs and animals very much. I think to success in anything, we should not think about what the return we can get. Instead, we should think about what we can give others, contribute to others. So I think Sabrina is this kind of person that she has a lot of passion towards animals and treat animals as her family, I think. So as what I have known, Sabrina is very dedicate a lot of time and her heart to the animals. So I think I should say thank you to Sabrina and all the kind-hearted volunteers. Thank you. Anything to add?
I would say that with a loving heart toward animal is really important, because some of the animals come with paralysis. So you have really cared and love about the animal to take care of those animals. Yeah, thanks.
I would like to add on to the point, which is that she never give up. So, as you can see, right, the business started in year 2006. Until now, due to the time constraint, financial constraint, or manpower constraint, she still never give up. She's still looking for sponsorship to sponsor them, or to work together like us, go to the Furry Friends Farm and help them out. Alright, thank you.
Additional point for his one. You should know that in the farm, there are 200 over dogs, 150 over cats, some rabbits and a goat. And the area is quite big. And try to imagine, 2 people are handling it. I would say that's all.
Yeah, if I can thank you also, it's a massive challenge, isn't it, to cope with that number of dogs and cats. While you were there, did you ask at all about any longer term proposals, maybe to rehouse the dogs or cats? In other words, to try and get the number of animals being looked after down. If just one of you would like to answer on behalf of the whole team.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
My question was simply the challenge of looking after such a large number of dogs and cats is a huge challenge. You have tackled one day's activities. You've tried to help on the day. But are there any longer term plans to try and maybe get some of the dogs or cats placed with families so that the number of animals that they're looking after each day becomes less? To get the challenge to be a lesser challenge.
Oh, First of all, I would say, adoption might not be the solution because from Furry Friends Farm, they are not thinking those dogs are in good shape. There are those dogs that have been abused or been left over. Some are just with a single eyes. So it's hard for people to come and adopt such dogs. But from what we did for them was, we tried to promote Furry Friends Farm to those clinics by distributing flyers. And besides that, after we been our project, we have posted our photos to Facebook, and some of our friends asked about where is this from, and we just tell them you can be there and volunteer. And we share their Facebook and their website together.
Well done. It was a very good presentation and report. I'm just wondering, one interesting aspect of your project is that you've managed to get the extra hands to help you in the project. You managed to get 32 other volunteers to help you with something very commendable. How difficult is it to try and convince other people to join in the project?
Very difficult. Okay, because we had to buy some tools. It's okay. We have to buy some tools. It's okay. First of all, we have to buy some tools for them. So it never means our team are facing some financial constraint also. So in terms of like, I'm asking for volunteers, actually, I did ask my member to ask them for 5 ringgit. And there came a question from one of the member, from one of the volunteers. They're saying, hey, I'm volunteering. Do I need to pay? And I still need to pay for it. That's the worst part. And the other thing will be, never mind, I leave it to my team member.
So I'm the one who asked my friends, I'm the main person who asked my friends to come over. So I think more than 60% is the friends are asked by me. So I'm quite embarrassed when my friend asked me, hey, why I still need to pay? I come to give my labor force, provide my labor force, still I need to pay money, RM5. Can't you provide me with the lunch? So finally I discussed with my team leader and finally we prepared a breakfast to them and asked them to give some consideration to us because we are just students also. We asked for sponsorship very hard and then we get 200 from Shokway and the rest we had to contribute by ourselves. So finally they give their contribution also, the 5 ringgit also. So I think I very appreciate for their kindness and their money also. So thank you for the participants. I think most of the participants are also come from the final boot camp because we help each other. We attend their CSR also, so we help each other. So I think this is something exchange trade. No, just kidding. But I think it's very good to help each other because we expand the synergy to a wider area. So thank you.
I would say it's very difficult to actually invite 32 volunteers total. And I understand that others, they're having finals at time. Even me, myself, or other group members also having finals. They actually comment that I haven't finals all my coursework, so how to handle? I don't have time to actually spend the whole day to become a volunteer. And I need to pay myself also. But we actually convinced them in many, many ways, and actually we convinced them take quite a long time also. So the most important thing that why they all agree to help us is because they understand the importance of this CSR project. They understand what the Furry Friends Farms really needs. So we convince them in this way, try to tell them, like your CSR, you need people, we give you. Like our CSR, hope that you can share your hands out to actually help our team and also help along this society that needs our help. So thank you.
Alright, for me, I think besides convincing, you have to choose the right person. Choose those person like love animal really much. So it is much easier to convincing them. So that's it.
For my point, I think it's the true friendships like Grace, Nicholas, Kim Ming and Alvin like that. So they are giving help, like we make a promise. So when they are doing the CSR project time, so we go and help them. So when we needed the help, so they come and help us too. That's all. Thank you.
And I would say actually we have did our best providing the best thing for them. I mean, breakfast, lunch, it's not about lunch only. There are drinks down there, bubble tea and all those things. So I would say it's our max. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for volunteering.
Any more questions from our judges? Okay. Now we open the questions to the floor.
I believe some of your teammates and volunteers are afraid of dogs. May I know how your team overcome it?
You again.
How to overcome it? I will tell you, at first, I really afraid of dogs. Even my friend's house only had one dog. I don't dare to walk into her house. So, before this, my teammates already told me that there's hundreds of dogs there. So, it's really afraid me, and as what I said just now, my personal reflection, at first I already thought that it will be a tough day for me to complete the task. And how to convince? I will say that on the day when you see the dog is actually, it's very lovely. It's not like those dogs that we see at others' place. They actually bark on you and they show their first face on you. But in this very friend's house, when you look at their eyes, they actually they just show that they really need your help. They're thankful to us that we come here and help them to show our love to them. So I think this is the best way to convince them, and that's why we are not afraid of them after we see them. Thank you.
Nicholas, are you asking that how they face the challenge, is it?
How your team overcomes the problem?
Okay, first of all, I would say we believe in that. There's a trust. Example, there's a tiny little girl, same course, but she's not in this program. The name is Chin Chia Pei. I think she's only 4 feet tall, 3 feet tall. She's afraid of dogs. At first, I asked her, would you volunteer for my dog? Would you volunteer for my program? She rejected me. She said, what about the dog jump? And I'm all over. So I would say, why not you give a try? She really give a try. And quite impressed was, she was not in the cast team. The cast team was quite, I would say it's easier to do and those tasks. But she's in the dogs team. She has to clear all the poo. She has to join up with those dogs. And that's what impressed me. And how they deal with it, everyone has their own challenge, right? You have to face it with dignity and courage. And I would say, my program, my project, besides like helping the police friends, I would say help some of the volunteers to face the challenge, and from now on, they might not be afraid of dogs anymore.
I want to add something again, because I'm also one of the person who are afraid of dogs. So I think I can convince them by showing them, because I'm the example, because I went there for the first time visit, I went there. When I first stepped into the farm, I was shocked as I saw that a lot of 200 dogs are over there. So after I stand there for one day, then I become, after I stand there, I felt that they will not bite me, and I show them my feet. My feet instead of showing off my fingers. This is taught by Sabrina and the volunteers there, because when we show our fingers, they will bite our fingers. But if we show our feet, they will sniff at our feet and they will not bite us. So after I tell the volunteers about this, they are quite convinced and quite comfortable with this, so they will come with us. And since I am the example, so if I can, I think they can also. Thank you.
To add up to the point, actually, at first when I first visit the place, I was also scared because the moment I step into it, the dog actually jumped up to me. But the problem is, it is not really that scary because all they want is only love. They want care. They want you to give them a pet or just play with them. They are just being playful. If you understand that why they are there.
Thank you, Team United. One United. Thank you. Good presentation. Give them a round of applause.